Hello, I'm Chisom Izzy and you're welcome to my YouTube channel, Theroadsideinvestor, where we provide you with the tools that can help you on your wealth creation journey to financial freedom and personal growth. Now, some months ago, I did an app review on the Money Manager app, and till this very moment, I get some specific questions as regards using that app, and that's what this video is for. If you haven't watched the review of my Money Manager app, you should go ahead. I would leave the link in the description box or somewhere here. The Money Manager app is just an app that helps you to actually budget and save wisely. A very useful app, and I think it's a must-have for anybody trying to, inculcate the habit of good financial habits. So this video is for people who have asked questions on that particular video, and it can be helpful to you as well because you might have the same questions as well. So let's get into the video. So in order to make income and expenses recurring on the Money Manager platform, the first thing you're going to do is to go to settings and then configurations, then you go to repeat settings. So what you can see here, timing of reflection is on the date, meaning that let's say you add a recurring expense or income on the 12th of July, the same expense will then recur on the 12th of August, and it keeps going like that on the 12th of every month. But you have the option to change it to let's say on the first day of every month, meaning that immediately you enter a new month, all the recurring expenses would reflect. So let's click on the first day of new month and go ahead to click on yes. So now that we have this, we're going to go ahead to create an income and expense and see how repeating transactions work. We'll click here on transactions. So we click on this plus sign here and we go straight to income, then account. Here we say, let's say it's cash, category, let's say salary, and let's impute the amount of salary we earn each month, let's say $10,000. Now if you look above, you see an icon here with REP/INST, which stands for repeat or installation. So we're just going to click on it, and you can see here that it then shows you the various choices or frequencies that you can go ahead and choose. If you want the income to recur every day, every week, every 2 weeks, your choice. But for the sake of this video, we're going to do every month, and I'll go ahead to save. Click on yes, because it says recurring transactions are reflected on the first day of every month. Do you want to save it as a repeat? Of course, yes, please. We're going to do the same thing for an expense. Click on this plus sign here, and for account we click on cash, and category, let's say food, and let's assume we spend $500 on food, and then we go ahead and click on this same icon and we click on repeat. It gives us the same choices of frequencies, and you click on every month for the sake of this video, and then go ahead to click on save and then yes. And this is how you make recurring transactions on the Money Manager app. So what happens when you go over budget on the Money Manager app? We're going to find out shortly. The first thing you're going to do is to go to settings, configurations, and then click on budget settings. This is where you go to create the budget that you want to create, and we're going to create about 3 budgets, and we'll go on from there. So we click on this positive sign here. Let's say we want to create a budget for food, and for food we don't intend to spend more than $2,000 a month on food, so we click $2,000, save. Let's add another one. Let's call it beauty, and let's say $200 for that. Save. Then let's choose, let's say, household, and let's say we don't intend to spend more than $3,500 a month on household expenses. We have now created 3 budget categories. Now let's go ahead to transactions. What we are going to do now is we're going to intentionally go over budget and see how or what money manager does when we go over budget. So the first thing we're going to do is to click on this positive sign, and of course food. And remember that for food we don't want to go over $2,000, right? But because we are going to intentionally go over budget, let's say we ended up spending $2,500 on food. You click on save. The next thing is for beauty. We'll do the same thing for beauty, right? And I think we put $200, right? Let's then say we ended up spending $600 on beauty. Save. And the next was household. We're going to do the same thing for household. We'll click on household here, and once again we are intentionally going over budget, so let's say $5,000. Save. Now we have our expenses recorded. The next thing we're going to go to would be total, and clicking on this total will take us to, you see where that will take us to. Let's click on it. So what we can see here is money manager is telling us or giving us a summary about our budget, the budget plans we made and how far we've gone with it. So the first thing we can see here is the summary. Total budget of $5,700. So if you add the budget made for food, beauty and household, altogether it sums up $5,700. And money manager is showing us here that instead of spending $5,700, we spent a total of $8,100 instead. That is spending an excess amount of $2,400, which happens to be 142% higher than our initial budget. So going further down, you can see the breakdown of food, beauty and household, which we created budget for. So instead of staying within the budget of 2,000, we spent 2,500 on food. Same thing goes for beauty. We intended to spend nothing more than $200 on beauty, but we ended up spending $600, spending an excess amount of $400. And the same thing goes for household as well. Instead of spending $3,500 on household items and operations, we spent $5,000, meaning that we spent an excess amount of $1,500. So you can see that if you want to know how you're doing based on the budget that you have created for yourself, this is where you go to in the Money Manager app to take a look at how you're doing budget wise. So I've gotten tons of questions on this, asking how you can transfer the remaining part of your income from the previous month. Let's say, for example, you didn't spend all your income from the previous month and you want to transfer it to the current month. So currently we're in July, and the previous month is of course June, so we're going to take it back to June. And after that, the next thing we're going to do is to click on this positive sign and click on income, because it's income that we want to add. And you can see that the date here hasn't changed either. It's actually showing today's date, so I'll click on it and click on June, and let's say today is the 1st of June. So the account here, cash account, category salary, amount $10,000, and we're going to click on save. And we have added an income. For the sake of this question, let's just add another income. We're changing dates, we're doing the same thing we did all over again. Account category, let's just say allowance, right? And let allowance be, let's say $2,000, right? And save. So if you go to July, you will see that there is no income here showing. It didn't spill from June to July. So we're going to go to settings here and configurations, and if you scroll a little bit downwards, you will see carryover settings, and you can see that it's currently off on my phone. So we'll click on here, and it says here that carryover allows your previous month's outstanding balance to be reflected on total for this month. If the outstanding balance is negative, it is considered as an expense, while surplus is considered as an asset. Accounts carryover to the next month is set by default. If you wish to include your debit card spendings, we recommend you to change your blah blah blah. We're just going to click on, right? We just clicked on. We're going to go to transactions now. As you can see here, just like that, currently in the month of July, it shows that we have a total income of $12,000. I haven't added anything. I haven't added any income or expenses in July, and that's how you carry over your income from the previous month. This brings the end of this video. Once again, if you haven't watched the app review I spoke about, you should check for the link in my description box or in the comments or up here. It will be in one of those places at least. And let me know if you have another app that you would like me to review that's giving you a tough time. I'll be more than happy to review it. So yeah, this brings the end of this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't, because once you give me that thumbs up, YouTube shows a lot more people my videos, right? Yeah. So thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.